Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your boy C. Will, back to you with another video. Man, I'm super excited today. Why? Because we got the first RTX build on the channel. Man, I'm super excited about this. And this is for the first time. It's not for me. It's for my wife. So shout out to my wife. Man, she's been holding me down. She's been wanting me to build her a computer. And what a better way to be able to start off with the RTX build. Super slim. This is the NZXT H1. Man, what a case. Something significant about this case was a couple of things. One, it's slim. It has the very similar fashion of the Xbox Series X, but we have it in white, black. We have the tempered glass one that's on the front. But this particular case comes with the 600 watt power supply. It also comes with the 140 millimeter AIO that's automatically built into it by NZXT. So that is by far one of the most significant things that we have here. The motherboard that we have here of choice is Asus, and I've been on my Asus roll lately. And this is the H470-I. Definitely has all of the power delivery that we need for the new 10th gen. This actual board is particularly made for the locked CPUs that comes from Intel, but there has been some firmware upgrades and a couple of things. It's called the Asus Performance Enhancement that allows you to be able to unlock the actual power on the motherboard. I did pick up a 10600K, which is automatically unlocked. These two will actually pair very well together. 6 cores, 12 threads, unlocked. Gets up to 4.8 gigahertz boost. We have 16 gigs worth of Corsair Vengeance LPX memory, 3200 megahertz. We have little beast, the RTX 2060 Super. Definitely something. This is the Founders Edition. Definitely something great to be able to put in a case like this, and also, you know, somewhere down the line, if I ever decided that I need to take this somewhere, because it is portable, I'll still be able to stream and game on the same computer. So that is pretty dope. And we also have a SanDisk. This is actually just 250 gigabytes SSD drive. I will be added on the M.2 drive later, but just to get this system up and running. So before we get started in this build, definitely, if this is your first time here, welcome. Here we do everything tech, all things tech. Whatever it is, we like to do it. And if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you the most because you keep everything going. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit like, and hit the bell so you receive all my notifications. Let's get into this build. All right, so I never built into a RTX case before. So we're definitely gonna be doing a step-by-step video today. So we got the H470-I here. I actually got this from Micro Center. Because I got both of these as a combo, I got $20 off on the motherboard. So I actually got this motherboard for 140 bucks. And the RTX boards for the Z490 are actually really expensive. I think they're like close to 300 bucks. So I actually got a really good deal. So I'm actually super excited about that. And I actually received the i5 for like $267. All of the prices will be in the description below. Ooh, look at that. We got the anti-static bag. Now, like I stated earlier, now, man, this is pretty dope. Okay, 2 slots for the memory. We got a 8-pin for the power connector. VRMs are pretty good. It has a built-in IO shield. You definitely got to take advantage of that. USB Type-C. We have Wi-Fi 6. We have HDMI display port. Of course, you know, with these particular chips, they come with the iGPU. These come with the iGPU, so that's definitely pretty dope as well. 2 Ethernets on here. I think one is a 2.5 gigabits per second jack. We got 4 USB ports on the back. Then we got a USB Type-C, and then all of the audio. We actually have 2 USB Type-C, so one is for audio. So that's something new. Haven't seen that before. We have M.2 slot that's here, and then there's another M.2 slot that's on the back. We got the 24-pin connector here. Looks like we have USB 3.0. We have SATA drives that's right here. Asus makes some really good boards. Let's see what else that we have in the bag. This is the audio for the USB Type-C. We have the M.2. You got a little front panel. Helps you connect everything on that. Definitely gonna need that. It looks like this is the actual M.2 screws for the back, the wireless antenna, and then we have some SATA 3.0 connectors. Okay, so you know, if you watch my build videos before, you know I build on top of the motherboard box. So first things first, we got the Corsair LPX 3200 megahertz memory RAM. It's two 8GB sticks, total for 16 gigabytes. Pretty much now these are the standard, so can't go wrong with these. They're low profile memory as well, so that'll also help with the compact case. However, I have seen people use the Trident Z G-Skill memory within this case, so I don't think that, you know, could be an issue, but just to be on the safe side, you know, we're definitely going to make sure that we use memory that's low profile. Makes it a little bit easier while you're building. Now, of course, I said I was building this for my wife, which I am, and but no fear, because I will be doing some benchmarks on this. So if you ever decide that you want to build one of these for yourself, you'll know exactly how it works with gaming. So that's gonna be pretty cool. All right, so next step, we got the RAM in. Now let's go ahead and get this i5, and I am actually going to probably swap, or either I will swap or I'll just buy another one of these, but I'm definitely want to put one on the test bench. Haven't had a chance to see my latest build, my gaming rig. Make sure you check that out. I'll make sure I put a card up somewhere within the video. But definitely check that out. I also just did some benchmarks and stuff, so I did a follow-up video that you'll see attached, so go check out both of those videos. One was just uploaded today, and I uploaded the other one about a week ago, so check those out. And if you are enjoying the content, definitely smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join our Discord, follow me on social media, all that good stuff. Just make sure you do that. So 10600K, again, 6 cores, 12 threads, boost up to 4.8 gigahertz. So I guess what I need to do is go ahead and unlatch this. Try not to touch the pins. So when you sit it down, yeah, okay, you can wiggle it a little bit, make sure it's in place, and I think we're good to go on that. So you'll get a little tension, and it's cool, and then boom, this pops off. So you're good to go. But make sure that you keep this, put it back inside your motherboard box, just in case if you need to return the motherboard for whatever reason. You're definitely going to have that when you make your return. So believe it or not, we're like halfway done. We got the iFixit kit here. You only need one screwdriver. And this is probably going to be one of the quickest builds on the channel, and that's because it's not a lot for us to put together. This is an RTX case. It's called the NZXT H1. As you can see on the top here, we got the power button, USB 3.0, USB Type-C, and this is a audio mic combo jack. We have the tempered glass that's here on the front, perforated side of the casing. It's like this on the on both sides and also on the back. We definitely should have some good airflow that's going to be able to come through here. There are stickers that are on here, and it kind of tells you how to do stuff in order, but you can do it however you want to. But down here at the bottom it says pull to remove the front glass panel. So down here it has a little lip, and you can just gently tug on it, and then it pops off. And see, it has these actually these grooves, these notches here that actually goes in each of the holes. So we can sit that off to the side here. You see the inside of the case. This is the 140 millimeter fan AIO. We have a riser card that's actually already bent, and it's put together nice for the graphics card and everything. And if we flip this around, it says number 2 to pull the actual, to remove the back metal panel. So down here at the bottom, kind of tug on this a little bit, when it wants to. There we go. Okay, so that pops off. We have the 600 watt power supply that's right here. We also have some of the other cabling, and everything is actually done in fit and fashion, man. In order, we need to take off this part, and it says number 3, slide the cover up, which is the frame, and all you gotta do is just pull up on it. And on the inside, you can see it has the dust filters on both sides. So that's pretty dope. We have the box with our accessories. On this side here, what you're seeing right here is actually where the graphics card is going to go. So we're gonna put our 2060 Super here. That's gonna notch in. I forgot the actual exact measurements, but this actually takes a full size card. I've seen people fit in certain, definitely probably not a 3-fan card, but definitely a 2-fan card. This looks like you may be able to do probably about 11 to 12 inches. I'll get the specifics on that and make sure I put that in the actual description below. But definitely any of the Founders Edition cards will be able to fit. This little side pops off. As you see here, you got all your power cables and all that good stuff. We definitely want to make sure that we go ahead and get the motherboard put in. So first things first, we actually need to remove these 2 screws, and they are labeled. Let's see what we have in the box. So in the box, we have the cord for the power supply. It gives us a book with the instructions. Who needs these? So some of the cables, so we have some zip ties, but I don't think we're gonna need these zip ties. We have 4 screws here, which is actually just for the motherboard. Yeah, I know, 4 screws just for the motherboard. The actual brackets for the motherboard for the AIO. So the only thing that we need to do is actually just figure out which one of these that we actually use. So I lied about the 1 screwdriver. They just made these screws real tight. I don't know why. This lifts open just like that. This is your AIO. We already have pre-applied paste, as you can see here. Here, we actually have the actual cables that plug into the motherboard. So let me go ahead and take this off. And the styrofoam pieces here actually is where the motherboard is supposed to go. So we're definitely gonna take that off. I like trying new stuff for the first time. Let's not play the guessing game. Let's look at the manual that I said that we don't need. Okay, so rule number 1, read the directions. All right, so in order to prepare the back plate, you have to put the small screw in first. And then you would do that for each of the actual 4 corners. Then once you do that, then you actually take this screw here, screw it onto the small screw. Once you've done that for all 4 corners, then you can actually put that into the back plate. So let's get that part done. Once you have all of the screws in, it should look like this. Then what we're gonna do is we actually are going to slide this in, and it should be flush. Then we're gonna flip this back over. And we're gonna take the spacers here, and we're gonna push those down on each one. And those come with actual washers. So we're gonna put the washers on top. Now we can screw down the motherboard. I feel good about it now. And make sure that the back plate is facing that way. And now when we get ready to put our cooler on, all we have to do is actually use these spring screws right here, and then we could be able to screw them down. But before we do that, we gotta screw down the motherboard. So putting on the AIO will actually be the last thing that we do because we need to plug in all of our cables. I like these compact cases. If I didn't have plans on doing custom water cooling, I would switch my case over to a compact case. This is pretty dope. Okay, so we got all of the motherboard screws in. So let's just go ahead and connect all of our power, all of our cords. So right here, this is the CPU connector, and when you connect these together. This is actually going to fit into the 8-pin connector that's right here. So let's go ahead and plug those in. All right, boom, we got power. This USB 3.0 cable actually goes here. We do not have a front panel USB-C. This is for the front panel connector. HD audio is actually down here. And last but not least, the 24-pin connector, which is here. Don't know if you can see that, but it's right here. And it's convenient because this cable is very stiff. So all we gotta do is actually tuck this in right here. Just like that. Boom. All right, so what we're gonna do here, we have the riser cable for our GPU. So we're gonna take the plastic off on this. And what's great about this is I already confined where everything, it automatically bends over. And so it's confined to the case. What we're gonna do now is actually take the plastic off of the AIO, and it goes on top. Like that. And we take these spring screws, as you can see here, and we're gonna go ahead and screw these down in a crisscross fashion. And I'm gonna tell you, this case is compact, so good luck if you have fat fingers like I do. It might take you a while. And then boom. Once you got that, we can take the little plastic off here. We want to make sure that the actual tubing goes down. We want to make sure the cables are not in the way. And it looks like everything is where it needs to be. So I just want to make sure that the tubing wasn't getting caught anywhere. And it looks like we're good to go. So just make sure that you check your tubing. Now we can be able to put those screws back in that we took out earlier. And the last thing we have to do is put the GPU in and tighten up our cable. As you see, this is the only spot where the graphics card is going to go. So I forgot to do one thing, and that's actually add in the SSD drive in. So the actual connectors are right here for the SATA, and make sure I connect to the right one. And we just need to run this cable. So here are your power cords, and we need to go ahead and connect this, and go ahead and connect that to this. Now, there's another piece that's here that's going to actually hold this together. So when we put this in here and we slide that in, it actually snaps in. So you know what? We don't need to screw that in. I feel good without having to actually screw that in. So I think we're good. Whew, we got the RTX 2060 Super. This is actually going to go in like this. Now we're gonna lay this on this side. And the reason why we are doing it like this is because there are, I don't know if you can see it, there's 2 screws that's right here for the GPU to hold it in place. We're gonna take these 2 screws out, slide this in, just like that. Now we got the GPU slotted in. So 8-pin power. Let's go ahead and get these GPU screws back in. So we got the RTX 2060 Super. Yeah, everything is in, the cables, everything looks pretty good. And then when we get ready to slot on the actual side panel, of course you won't be able to see any of this stuff, so it's pretty dope. All right, we just completed our build. How about that? One thing we need to do here is actually put this plate back on. Slot this cover back on, and it has grooves, so you can't get it wrong. Just like that. Now this thing is a fingerprint magnet, but it's gonna be okay. And the great thing about this is that all your AIO and your ports and everything are on the bottom. And so if you need to get to this stuff, it's on the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna see if she turns on and posts. And let's see what we got. Whoo. We got power, we got the G4 screen, and yes, she posts. New CPU installed, please enter setup, F1 to run setup. All right, that's what she looks like. So what we could probably do is actually get some light strips and put on the inside of here. That'll bring a little bit more light. Other than that, you're not gonna see too much except for the logo. That's right there. But we got a build. Yeah. Okay, so we finally got everything set up. We got Windows set up. We're playing everybody's favorite game, Fortnite. Right now, the settings that I have set up is full screen, 1080p, unlimited frame rate, epic settings on everything. And right now, I don't know if you can see that, but we're getting 168 frames per second in the menu screen. But let's go ahead and click on play. And while we're waiting for that to pop up, as you can see, the only thing that you can see here is just the GeForce RTX. But again, you know, this is for my wife. But we got to test out some games on it. I can tell you though that the GPU does get a little warm inside the case. I thought I saw it get up to like 78 degrees. Right now it's at 74, 75. But like I said, you know, if I just happen to take this somewhere, then I think it'll be all cool. I can still play at high frame rates right now. I'm at 106, 113, 126 frames per second, 76 degrees on the GPU. The CPU is only at 53 degrees. There we go, boom. So right now we are kind of bouncing around about 130, 140 frames per second. And as soon as we drop, let's see if we can be able to get some action. I am noticing a little bit of stuttering. I don't know if that is the GPU. I don't think it's the CPU. See that right there. slight stuttering that I noticed coming out from the sky. I don't know if that was a GPU, the game, or what. People in here farming and all type of stuff. Okay, see? Yeah, see, I noticed some stuttering again. Yeah. Can't tell if that's the game or what, but Fortnite, baby. So I probably need to make a couple of tweaks somewhere. I can definitely look that up, but for the most part, you're still getting high frame rate. So if you have a high frame rate monitor, you can definitely take advantage of this on the 2060 Super. Again, I'm getting 110, 113, probably averaging around about 125, 126 frames per second. So we're looking good. Hey, so definitely let me know what you think down in the comments, how you like the build, how you like everything that was set up. And man, I see y'all in the next video.